We are on the search for the funniest key, but this one might be one of the strangest. Let's watch it once through without any commentary. Think about what actually happens here, and then we're going to explain it and talk about it. So that is a nearly 1 minute key, but it is one of the strangest disbands ever. First of all, let's just talk about the obvious stuff here. No matter what actually occurs, if you leave a key after 1 minute, stop pugging. That's as clear as I can make it, as generous as I can be. Once we see like how bizarre this mistake actually is, maybe it'll elucidate some of the issues here, but I don't really care what the reason is. It's a 15, guys. If you think that you can't lose 1 minute to a single mistake and still succeed in this dungeon, you're proliferating this issue here where people think it's completely fine to just completely screw over whoever the key holder is for really no reason whatsoever, just because they're like mildly unhappy with the success of the dungeon thus far. That's just my normal rant, but let's take a look at what actually happens here, because this is something I've never seen before. So I watched this on stream. The other day we did a bunch of VOD reviews like on the stream just because the servers were down. I was like kind of distracted. I wasn't really paying attention as closely as I should be. And when this happened, a bunch of people in the chat started being like, lol, tank didn't get threat, right? That's what it looks like. And so for me, like I'm immediately upset with this because I do this pull all the time. Very similar, just run right by these. Now recently I've been pulling these 5 into the next pack kind of no matter what. But like you got to go pretty far here. It's pretty common that somebody's going to do something stupid like get threat on these mobs. This is not abnormal, and my immediate response was to defend the tank from the people doing this because it's clearly not their fault. They should have no issues just running by these mobs, and if anybody gets threat on them before they get up there, then they're just kind of not paying attention to what's happening here. But it's not that. That's not what happens. This is even crazier. This is so much different than I expected. Let's watch it. So you see, this is the tank here, the water elemental mount from Jaina. The guy is going to do pretty much exactly what you would think he was going to do for the first 4 seconds of the dungeon. He's going to run in a straight line on his mount. Then he's going to get up there and watch this. Watch this unfold. He's going to heroic leap and somehow just jump right over the mobs. I mean, I don't understand that. He literally jumps right over the mobs. The mobs do not aggro. They don't even look at him. They don't even turn. So then the priest just runs right into them. They haven't aggroed yet. Nobody got in combat with them. They were just effectively skipped. If you brought 5 warriors, you just heroic leap over that pack and skip it. So the priest gets threat and just immediately dies just from one shot. And then everybody else starts getting hit as well. But like literally the second this happens, here comes the tough guy, other Death Knight. We got 2 Death Knights in the group, by the way. The other Death Knight, he's like, bro, you didn't do what I wanted you to do, which is absurd. First, I'd be like, it's just so absurd. All of this is so absurd. I doubt the tank did that on purpose. I mean, I extremely doubt it. But it's just hilarious to me that this guy just immediately starts typing and then ultimately ends up leaving, disbanding the group over this. Less than a minute into the key and ultimately leaves when he gets out there. So about a 1 minute and 5 second key. I've seen like all manner of selfish decisions, but to actually see this, like, I mean, this is like a bug, isn't it? What is this? Like, this isn't possible. This shouldn't be possible in WoW. You should not be able to leap over mobs. I mean, look at where he is when he does it. Look at how close he is. Look at how actually close this guy is to these mobs. Look at, he's like literally right next to them when he does it. There, I pause it, got the exact freeze frame. Look at how close he is. That is the second he dismounts, the second he presses heroic leap. Look at how close this guy is to these mobs. How is this possible? Please, somebody tell me down below how it is physically possible that this guy does not body aggro, does not social aggro these. Because if he does that, he's done everything he's supposed to do. The priest doesn't even get threat from dealing damage. The priest just runs right into them because they haven't been aggroed. There's nothing else that can be done at this point. But I guarantee you the 4 people in this group didn't recognize that. If they did, they'd laugh. This is hilarious. How does this happen? How does he jump over the mobs? And like the priest just runs right into them and just dies. I mean, just immediately dies. It's not even that big of a deal. The next person they're on survives. Just run up here. You can just run up here. We're good. You don't need to sit back there and type. Just keep playing the game. How funny is that? We all lost only one player to this. It's freaking 15, dude. We're good. But no, it's going to end up disbanding the group. And this is just another example of what is wrong with low keys. You can't even get a minute into these dungeons before people start tilting, before people start blaming others. The absolute irony of this is that this guy's mad. He's going to leave a key over this. Meanwhile, it's one of the most bizarre things. I mean, this is so bizarre to me. I would love to have a talk with the warrior here. Somebody get in contact with this dude and tell him to contact me, because I would love to know if he realized this happened, what his thoughts are on this, if he has ever seen this before, because I certainly have never seen anything like that where you walk right up to mobs, they don't aggro, and then somehow people die to it. So again, we're on the search for the funniest key out there. This one is something special. If you guys are doing low keys, finding hilarity, really weird situations just like this, make sure you're recording them. You could learn a lot from recording them. What are the odds that you ever see this again? And certainly, what are the odds that you pick up on it while it happens? Very, very low. So make sure you're recording them. Send them to me if you want. We'll have a good laugh, and we could also learn together. That is the goal. So thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.